Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're dreaming of a trip to London, or maybe you're already planning one, then you're in for a treat. Today we're diving deep into 10 incredible museums that this amazing city has to offer. Each one is a treasure trove of history, art, and science. So grab a pen and paper because you'll want to jot down some must-see exhibits and tips for your visit. So let's get started. First up, we have the British Museum, one of the world's oldest and most famous museums. Established in 1753, it boasts a collection of over 8 million works. Here you can embark on a journey through human history. One of the highlights is the Rosetta Stone, which was crucial in decoding Egyptian hieroglyphs. And make sure to check out the Egyptian mummies. They're a real crowd pleaser. Another must-see is the Elgin Marbles, an exquisite collection of classical Greek marble sculptures that once adorned the Parthenon. The museum's Great Court is a stunning architectural feat that is perfect for grabbing a coffee after exploring. The British Museum is free to enter, but I recommend visiting during the weekdays, especially in the early morning or late afternoon to avoid the crowds. And if you're an art history buff, consider joining one of their free guided tours. They're incredibly informative. Next, let's take a stroll over to the National Gallery, located in the vibrant Trafalgar Square. This museum is a paradise for art lovers, featuring over 2,300 paintings from the 13th to the 19th centuries. You simply have to see Van Gogh's Sunflowers. It's one of the most famous pieces in the gallery. Also, don't miss out on the Arnolfini portrait by Jan van Eyck, a stunning example of early Netherlandish painting. The gallery also houses masterpieces by Monet, Renoir, and Botticelli. Entry is free, which is fantastic, but I suggest visiting on a weekday to enjoy the art without feeling rushed fully. If you're lucky, you might catch one of their special exhibitions. These often feature breathtaking works from around the world. Moving on, let's head to the Victoria and Albert Museum, or V&A, a true gem for design and decorative arts lovers. With over 2.3 million objects, you'll find everything from fashion to furniture. One of the standout exhibits is the Fashion Gallery, which showcases garments from the 18th century to contemporary designs. Another highlight is the stunning Raphael cartoons, which are monumental tapestries designed for the Sistine Chapel. The museum's architecture is also worth admiring, and make sure not to miss the beautiful courtyard. The V&A offers free admission, and I recommend visiting during the weekdays. If you can, check out their late-night openings on Fridays. They sometimes have live music or special events, making for a truly unique experience. Next up is the Natural History Museum, where you can experience the wonders of our planet. This museum is not just for kids, it's captivating for all ages. One of the star attractions is the enormous dinosaur skeletons, including a T-Rex that's sure to wow you. Another fantastic exhibit is the Wildlife Garden, which showcases various habitats found in the UK. And don't forget to visit the Earth Hall, where you'll find an impressive collection of minerals and gemstones. Entry is free, but if you want to avoid the crowds, aim for early mornings or late afternoons on weekdays. The museum hosts special events and exhibitions throughout the year, so check their calendar to see what's happening during your visit. Now let's step into the National Portrait Gallery, where you can meet the faces that shaped British history. This gallery showcases portraits of famous figures from Shakespeare to Winston Churchill, offering a unique glimpse into the lives of those who have influenced the nation. A must-see is the iconic portrait of Elizabeth I, which reflects her power and status. The gallery also features contemporary portraits, so you'll see a blend of history and modern culture. Entry is free, and I recommend visiting on weekdays, especially in the morning. If you have time, check out the cafe for a lovely view of Trafalgar Square while you enjoy a bite to eat. Let's shift gears and visit the Imperial War Museum London, which delves into the realities of conflict and its impact on society. This museum is deeply moving and educational, with extensive exhibits on both world wars and more recent conflicts. One of the standout features is the First World War galleries, where personal stories and artifacts bring the history to life. You must see the iconic aircraft and tanks on display. Entry is free, but I suggest visiting on a weekday to fully absorb the powerful narratives without distraction. The museum also has a cafe and a shop for souvenirs, so allow yourself some time to relax before heading out. Next, we have the Science Museum, a fantastic place for curious minds. This museum is packed with interactive exhibits that make learning fun. You can explore the history of space travel in the Exploring Space Gallery, featuring the Apollo 10 Command Module. Another highlight is the Wonder Lab, where you can engage with hands-on science experiments and live demonstrations. It's great for families, but honestly, who doesn't love a little science magic? Entry is free, but I recommend visiting during the weekdays, especially in the morning. If you're there on the first Wednesday of the month, check out their late-night openings for a livelier atmosphere. Now let's take flight at the Royal Air Force Museum, London. This museum showcases the history of the RAF and features a stunning collection of aircraft. You can see everything from World War I biplanes to modern jets. One of the most impressive parts is the Battle of Britain Hall, where you can learn about the pivotal role the RAF played during World War II. You can even climb aboard some of the historic aircraft. Entry is free, and I recommend visiting on a weekday, especially in the morning, to enjoy the exhibits without the crowds. The museum also has a cafe where you can grab a bite after exploring. Next on our adventure is Tate Modern, which is housed in a former power station. This contemporary art museum is a must-visit for anyone interested in modern art. The Turbine Hall is particularly famous for its large-scale installations. Definitely check what's on display during your visit. Some notable works include pieces by Picasso, Warhol, and Hockney, each offering a unique perspective on modern life. The museum hosts various exhibitions and performances throughout the year, so you'll want to keep an eye on their schedule. Entry to the permanent collection is free, making it super accessible. I recommend visiting during weekdays to avoid the crowds. Plus, the cafe offers stunning views of the Thames. Finally, let's hop on over to the London Transport Museum in Covent Garden. This museum is all about the iconic transport systems that keep London moving. You can explore the history of the underground, buses, and trams, all while enjoying interactive displays. A highlight is the collection of vintage vehicles, where you can actually step inside some of the historic trains and buses. The museum also hosts fun, family-friendly events, making it a great stop for visitors of all ages. Entry is charged, but it's worth it, especially if you're a transport enthusiast. I recommend visiting on a weekday to enjoy a more relaxed experience, and don't forget to check out the lovely cafe for a break. And there you have it, 10 incredible museums to explore in London. Each offers a unique experience packed with history, art, and fun. Whether you're an art lover, history buff, or just love learning new things, these museums are definitely worth your time. But before you go, here are a few tips to make your visit more memorable and hassle-free. 1. Check opening hours. Always visit the museum's website to confirm opening hours and any potential closures or special events during your visit. 2. Plan your visit. Consider timing your visits during weekdays or early mornings to enjoy a more relaxed experience. 3. Look for special exhibitions. Many museums host temporary exhibitions, so check their websites for what's currently on display. 4. Grab a map. Some museums can be quite large, so picking up a map at the entrance can help you plan your route. 5. Stay hydrated and energized. Don't forget to take breaks and enjoy a snack or meal at one of the museum cafes. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel tips and adventures. Let me know in the comments which museum you're most excited to visit. Until next time, happy exploring and enjoy your time in London.